What's up, everyone? So before we get into the intro, I just want to give a shout out to Trey Games. He makes Call of Duty videos and he's really funny, so you should definitely check him out. Alright, let's get into it. Alright, so first race we're going to be in a Porsche Cayman, or come on, who knows. Not me, but here we go. So we're going to start 14th of 22. And yeah, this is going to be really jam-packed. I get a pretty good launch with Forza. I mean, it's not very difficult, but we're going to be here 4 abreast, getting bumped in the back. This chaos. A bunch of guys ride the ramp on the left side, and I'm just trying not to die, basically. And so far, I'm managing it, but hit the rail, getting a lot of contact. It's absolute carnage over here. But eventually we settle down, of course second to last, but we are gaining on some guys, making some big mistakes here. And again, just getting bumped over to the barrier on the left, but we still keep it intact. And so we just gotta watch out for this red beamer here, this red BMW. Very aggressive once again, hitting that white car onto the bumper. Barely avoid that gold car, BMW. And we get some positions here, moving up to 17th, but again another mistake, moving down to 18th. So let's see if we can keep this position. Seems like there's enough room where we can settle down here and just keep it moving. And so this track here, I'm not really used to the layout of it. I raced on it a couple times in single player, but this was the first one in multiplayer, and it's been a while, so pretty rusty. We're keeping it pretty well. Have a good pace going, but some corners are getting the better of me, such as this one here, going a little wide. But I'm getting a lot better at finessing and keeping the race going and not spinning out as much as before. However, there are a bunch of incidences which you don't see in videos, because those are the ones I don't show, because it's just me getting last place by spinning out. But so far, keeping up the pace, just waiting for him to make a mistake, and there it is. So, gaining another position there, moving up to 17th, where he's riding right up my bumper. And that's a Camaro. He just cruises past me really fast. But yeah, still settling down. Seems like 18th might be my position. However, we got a white car in the back there, making some aggressive lunges. However, it didn't work out for him that time. He's thinking about it in that turn, but didn't go for the lunge. And coming up on our left side. Let's see how we deal with this. We take this corner much better than the previous lap. Not going into the barrier on the left. So I'm actively learning. My first lap is always going to be my worst generally in these races, just because that's me figuring out pretty much the layout of the track. But in the second lap I adapt a lot quicker, and we gain another position there as the car stopped on the barrier on the left over the 17th. And let's see if we can take this corner a little bit better. Diving in, not really following the racing line there, but we do hold a good amount of speed. Towards the end though, I was a little scared and we lost some time there. So the guys up front, they have a huge gap now. The guy in 16th, he is about 5 seconds, 5 seconds ahead of us. So there's really no hope of catching up with them unless they make a big mistake. However, right now it's just, he's defending, but he gets past us. However, this guy is all over the place, and so we just gotta settle down, not be too risky with the moves, and maybe we can gain that position back. Just seeing as how he's just zigzagging across the whole track. Take that pretty well, however, still wide. But I'm definitely improving in this game. I can keep up with other people. However, when I get close to them, that's when a lot of mistakes happen. And we gain that position back as he just wildly zigzags over on the left. And so now we're up to 16th, and on the final lap here, on the final corner, there's not much else going on, so I skipped it. We just settled down and we brought it back brought it home to 16th. There we go, crossing the finish line. So we got a pretty good result on the last race, getting 16th of technically 22. However, 2 people did leave. So, I mean, I guess 16 of 20, if you want to count it that way. But in this next race, we're going to be going up with only 2 other people. So it's going to be a lot more relaxing, not so much stress. And I take this corner very slowly. I brake way too early, and I just let the 2 other guys go ahead of me. Whereas I started off with the lead. But I do gain 1 position back, and let's see if we can get the other, as we're not too far away. But that would definitely be a first if I get in front of this guy. But yeah, let's see how we do. But right now I'm just focusing on not spinning out, keeping the car settled, and just seeing what the car in front of me is doing, seeing what mistakes he's making, what he's doing right, and just shadowing him basically. So through there he was kind of wide, but I didn't have the best angle either, I believe. Again, I'm not like too sure, and I go for a lunge here, pretty aggressive move. I don't do this very often, and I start skidding a bit. However, I do keep the position, and I'm up in the lead for the first time ever in a multiplayer race. And let's see how we do. Are we gonna bottle it and just spin out, or are you just gonna keep it moving? Let's see. So this part of the track, I do a bunch of lap times on the Nürburgring full circuit. However, I don't really do the GP circuit. So this part of the portion, or this portion of the track, I know pretty well. So I'm pretty much in my zone here, just furthering the gap, going full out on this turn. No need to get off the gas. Now with this car, it has a lot of grip, and I brake way too early for this turn. Okay, not way too early, but earlier than I would like. And this turn here, not really familiar with it because it's not on the full circuit. So you're gonna see I go wide, skid, however I keep it from spinning out. And I cross the line here, still in first in a sizable gap. Went up to 6 seconds now, and I'm still increasing that. And let's see how we do on this turn. Much better. Still, this was later on the brakes, so I didn't get the best turn in, but it wasn't bad. And then we're gonna move over to the last lap now, and I'm still in the lead. And now I'm feeling the pressure times 100 now. We do have a much better gap now. It's 8 seconds, and let's see if we can end it with our first victory ever in Forza Motorsport 7 multiplayer. And I crossed the line, almost there. And we did it, first victory in Forza Motorsport. So with that first victory, I'm gonna try and do the same in this lap, in this race. However, there's 7 people, and I'm sure they're a lot better than the guys I was playing with before. But let's see. Also, this track, I played it once before, and it's on one of my previous videos. However, I'm not used to it, and I think this is the wrong car for this track. I have no idea, and like which car I should pick for which track. And I think that's the next step, which could increase my time, make me faster, and get better positions for these races. But right now I moved down to 4th of 7. Got a bunch of guys behind me, and gain 1 there. Oh, I skid off track, and I'm gonna join 6th. The guy behind me must have made a big mistake, but he is gaining 2. So he settled down to 6th. And through these turns, not really sure when to brake. and we go all out, and that guy goes off to his side. We have position there. So again, I'm trying to get close to the guy in front of me, of course. However, I want to shadow him and just see what he's doing, and further just learn this track for this first lap before we can go a little more aggressive on the second lap. But yeah, there's a sizable gap between us, the guy in fourth, and he is gaining, so I'm getting further away from him. As we go through the last few bits of this track before the lap ends, and go there pretty nicely, skidding a bit, losing some speed, but overall not bad. And that was a pretty good corner, going full out through here. And we are gaining actually on our fourth place. He is 1.5 seconds ahead of us, and we are slowly gaining. And in this braking zone, go a little too hot there, but yes, getting just a little bit, but we do keep it intact, getting closer and closer. And this is partly due to the two guys ahead. They're fighting, they're being aggressive, they're probably lunging, things like that. It's further slowing them down, and that just is a good opportunity for me to catch up. And we are getting really close here, so you're gonna see I make a pretty big mistake coming up as I get close to this the Viper in fourth. I'm gonna get a little too close, which is at my skill level not a good idea, because I don't know the map that well. I don't know when to brake, and one, I could hit the car if I brake too late, or if I brake during a turn when otherwise I should have braked earlier, then I could just spin out. So let's see what happens. It's gonna be soon. So let's see how I make out of this incident. It's gonna happen soon. Or maybe it's a little bit later. But the Viper does take third place from the Mustang GT. Oh no, then goes back down to fourth. Oh no, they're both Vipers actually. Yeah, getting really close just due to them fighting, and this is where I just spin off the track. Getting too close, not knowing my braking points, and losing a lot of time. The guy in 6th place, one guy must have left. He's down by 16 seconds, so I'm still safe with my 5th place, but the chances of me going or getting a 4th place is very slim now, just because of the gap. It's at 8 seconds, and when I spin out like that, I tend to get frustrated, which is another thing I gotta work on. So I'll go through the corners and not be as patient as I would like, and again just spinning out like this, losing more time. So that's another thing I gotta work on. Just keeping my head down, trying to get that time back whenever I do crash, and just keep it slow and relaxed. And towards the end I was pretty frustrated, still in 5th though, however, and I did something that many might think is unethical. I got the car deliberately off track right here and crashing, doing incredible barrel rolls, violently just ending the car's life. But oh wait, it just drives off. Wow, it's a tank. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I sure definitely did making it. And once again, shout out to Trey Games. Definitely check out his channel. There's going to be a link in the description down below. So yeah, let him know that I sent you there. Alright, peace guys. It's been Sakibo.